Hello and welcome to issue number 154 of Headline Heroes, a comedy podcast where we take today's headlines to create a comic book origin story. My name is Drew Mick.
I'm Nathan Haynes.
And I'm Tanner Ackerman.
At last. I don't remember the rest of the words, but...
As love has come along, I think.
Is that
love
it?
has come along. I think so.
I just know they
Well,
say
we're
it
all
last,
here,
like
I
really
guess, is
drawn
the
out.
It's just the word at last, just really drawn out, yeah.
That's what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
The song At Last is just literally her saying at last for 3 minutes. It's just one at last.
No, we're all here. What's it been? 3 weeks. Because 1 week we did a re-release, a reissue. Then it was just you two, and then it was Nate and me. So Nate's the most consistent, I'd say.
Yeah, really. I guess really to complete it, I should just leave. Do you guys want to take this?
Just go. Just get out of here.
All right, I'm gonna
Can't
go.
you see no one
play some
wants you
Call of
here
Duty or
anymore?
something, I guess.
I'm just kidding. Come back.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yeah.
I don't know, that would have been a nice little surprise. I don't know. Just kidding. But we're all here. That's great.
Yeah. Tanner, how are you feeling after your traumatic incident?
Pretty good. Like I realized if I clenched my butt cheeks, I could just slip through the doorway about 12 hours
super
in.
clench. You got. I'm glad you were.
Well, I'm
able
glad to see you
yeah.
here. Drew got his hat.
Mhm.
You got your butt unstuck, and the boys are back in town.
Yeah. Anyone done anything interesting? Yeah.
I got new gutters on my house.
Whoa.
Oh, did you do that?
Holy shit.
I did do that, yeah. This time. So that's very exciting for our family. We're very blessed.
Wow. Yeah, I can't wait to see those bad boys.
Yeah, I've been hanging off them every day now just to test them out,
Like Clark Griswold in Christmas Vacation.
Exactly. Well, I'm going to get one of those funny things that you hang off of your gutters.
Yeah.
During Christmas time, and people stop and go, "Oh my god, I thought it was real."
Freak out and try to help.
The little lights,
Yeah.
they aren't blinking, Clark. I know.
That's got to be the top thing anyone's done, right? Because I mean, we're still all essentially quarantining.
All I had was that I cooked a really good steak, maybe the best steak.
Oh, Drew and I made candles together.
Oh, we did.
Wait, did you really?
Yeah,
yeah,
we
did you not know that?
The fuck? You guys didn't even tell me about this? How long has this been going
We
on?
discovered it.
Here's
Oh,
our
no.
intro. Oh no! Also, we're doing something this Saturday as well. But
Yeah,
Are
last
you
weekend
blowing
was-
glass together?
yeah,
Yeah, dogs.
You sons of bitches.
I'm gonna blow all up in Drew's
Are you gonna-
bunghole or whatever.
Can you ghost while blowing glass?
God, I hope so. That's the only...
I think you could, but I feel like they would be like, "Don't do that." Please
They have a
don't.
strict no ghosting policy.
Okay, first things first, everyone. Before we get started, I just want to say first rule: no ghosting.
No
Everyone's
ghosting,
gonna
no
want to do it,
schwazy,
but you
no
cannot.
nothing. We don't want that. Whatever you call it. It's up and number one, no rules.
So wait, did you go to a class or a thing for the candles? I assume you have
No.
to for the glass blowing one.
Yes, it is a
Yeah.
class. It's a beginner's
Well,
course.
I just got a new torch, and we're just
We're
gonna
just
put a
gonna
bunch of
wing
glass
it.
in a bowl and kind of see what happens. I don't know.
It's just threw some sand in there, and I don't know. I just got out
The reason I asked
beach.
for the candles though is because people have told me before when I save grease from making bacon or something, I don't dump it down the drain because I'm not a psychopath. And people are like, you can save it and make a candle. I'm like, I don't bits of meter in that. I'm not gonna make a candle from that.
Yeah,
I mean, you
no,
could.
Thank you.
So the candles, it wasn't a class. It was more just a thing you go in and do. And we basically there are 100 scents on the wall. We go around, we smell them, we mark our favorites, and then we pick 3 that could go well. They
3,
advise
4 if you're feeling daring, but
Yeah.
kind of encourage. you to
How's
do
that work with the state of the world right now? Did you have to wear masks there the whole
three.
time?
We broken.
They assured us that they sanitize in between stuff, so that's all good. And they said you don't need to wear a mask. And I kept my mask off during the smelling stuff, but
Yeah, I
put
was
it on
curious about that.
other times. But yeah, no, I don't even remember what I made, but I'm very happy with what Nate made. Nate, you want to share what you're?
Yeah, the name of my candle, because they do ask you to name the scent, is a Leafy Boy, because it's got basil, It's a leaf. It's got bay leaf, which it's right in the name, leaf, and it's just got one scent that's just called leaves. So kind of, it's right here next to me. It smells great, but it's my leafy little boy, and I'm very happy with it.
So is it like a mix of all 3 scents, or is it like when it burns down to a certain point, it's switching?
So
to a different
what
scent?
they do is you go in and you pick your 3 scents, which they come in the form of these bottles of like oil, basically, like essential oil or something like that. And then what they give you is like a little like cocktail jigger thing, like the little thing that kind of looks like an hourglass.
Yeah.
And you fill the top of it with whatever proportion of the 3 oils you want. And then you mix it into the hot wax that's in the candle. So it should be throughout.
So you're constantly like adding some, smelling it, adding something else in. So like I knew my strongest scent was like lime, I think. So I was trying to go like less on that because I wanted to bring it. It was a whole thing. It was.
Yeah, it's kind of a fun
It's very
experience because
fun.
you get to make a unique candle and it's kind of to your proportions. I don't think it would be quite as fun if you just said these 3 scents, please, and then like they just did
But
it.
you can also
yeah.
buy the scents too, and you can also make like bath salts from it. And
Yeah. What did that lady tell us? That they had some guy come in. They have one of the scents is bacon. And she's like, yeah, we've never made a bacon candle, but one guy came in and bought a bottle of the bacon essential oil, and he said he wanted to put it in his vents because he liked the smell of bacon.
Oh,
And I think she met a serial killer that day.
yeah. Do you guys like any like food at all scented candles? Like there's ones that smell like cookies and stuff.
I mean, fruit and
Okay, I guess fruit, but like I don't want to like smell like cinnamon rolls or something all of a sudden in my house
I like
unless I'm making them.
cinnamon, but I don't want to have a
Cinnamon,
cinnamon
yeah.
roll. See, what happens when you get into like sweet areas is they start to have that like sort of cloying, like artificial smell to them, and I just don't like that.
I think I've only kind of like there was a sugar cookie candle that I had one time, and that was all right, but it's kind of like a heavy beer. I couldn't have a lot of it all at once, you know.
Yeah.
I've told you how many times we told you not to drink the candles. I can't stop doing
just
this.
Can't.
It kind of felt like a stout just kind of sitting in my gut.
Yeah, it's just heavy, and then had to go to the hospital. I don't know why this keeps happening.
Something really special about us sitting here on our podcast about making superheroes, talking about what scents of candles we like.
My favorite is like a fresh linen type smell.
Ooh,
That's
you would
a
have
good
loved the
one.
one I made. It was lime, and then like what they called clothesline, and then like something
That
else.
sounds
I don't
like an alley
remember.
right there. That sounds like a good one.
It's very subtly lime, but like very clean.
I would highly recommend when things are finally back to normal, or if you ever get the opportunity to do like one of these things, it's actually pretty fun because you might be surprised at the various scents that are out there that you could make into a candle that you would like. Like I would have never suspected bay leaf or basil or fucking leaves, but
No, I wouldn't have either.
That's pretty cool.
Leaves, I don't know, like autumn smelling things are typically pretty good.
yeah, and that's I think what they were going for. Like there's definitely like a leaf, an orange leaf or something on the little label of it, but.
I do want to like clarify. You two just went by yourselves, right? Your significant others weren't there.
Oh, we did forget to take them, didn't we?
Oh, damn it! I knew
That's embarrassing. That's why Livy's been so mad
the
at
real
me.
zinger was it was for Lexi's birthday. Oh,
You guys just got too excited and like just met there
got
early.
in the car and just left. And damn it!
It happens.
That's all right. Well, anyway, we should like maybe actually do our podcast and.
I guess.
I'm feeling very. I've got a candle going next to me right here. It's actually not. It's on a heating pad, so like or whatever it is. So it's not like burning, but it's nice. What is it? What is this? Honey clementine. Yeah.
I don't have a candle by me.
All right. Well, Nate.
Oh, would you like me to?
Yeah. I'm just.
It's been a while. It's okay. All right.
Please.
Drew. Well, what we do every week, of course, is you, Tanner, and myself get together. We take a strange, bizarre headline from a list of headlines that have been sent in to us by our loyal listeners, and we use that randomly picked headline as an origin story for a superhero or a supervillain. Now, last week, Drew. As you recall, we made a hero, but Tanner wasn't there. Now, Tanner, do you remember what Drew and I made last week, and what does that mean we're making this week?
Yeah, I do actually remember.
Whoa.
So I did listen fairly recently, but you made it's a rare situation where you came up with a name before the actual hero.
Yes, we did.
But the Bass Pro, right? That was all it was, right?
Yeah.
The Bass Pro. I did want to point out that you guys talked about Bass Pro Shop, but didn't bring up that they have I think it's the largest pyramid in the world is a Bass Pro Shop.
What?
Yeah, Google it. It's in like either Tennessee or Kentucky. It's the largest pyramid in the world, and it's a Bass Pro Shop.
I'm coming up with the Great Pyramid.
Just Google Bass Pro Shop pyramid. It might be the biggest pyramid in the Western Hemisphere, but I swear there's something about it that's like
the Memphis Pyramid.
That record.
Great American Pyramid. Okay, so height is 322 feet. Great Pyramid of Giza is closed right now. Temporarily closed, it says.
Oh, no. Why?
I don't know. Maybe can't go there. It is not bigger than the Great Pyramid of Giza. I was going to say, if a Bass Pro Shop beat this ancient structure, I was going to be really upset. But still pretty fucking big.
I mean, you got to respect the hustle, though.
Yeah, I think probably Western Hemisphere would probably be. Well, but wait, hold on. What about like an Incan biggest pyramid?
There was something about it that it holds like the title for something, and the fact that it's the Bass Pro Shop is just like so American.
The Pyramid of the Sun. No. Oh, wow. Bass Pro Shop beat that one.
It must be the biggest one in the Western Hemisphere.
I think it is. It even beat this one. In,
still absurd because, as you point out, like the Aztecs and stuff like that.
Yeah, this one. Who did this? It's Mesoamerica. Whatever. I don't know. Who did this? It doesn't matter. But yeah.
Who did what? Are you looking at who built the Bass Pro Shop?
Yeah. Was it Incan? Was it Mayan? Was it Bass Proian? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, we did do that, but we forgot. I didn't know that, so that's very interesting. I again want to emphasize, never been to one. So
yeah,
that would have been great to know when we were doing all this, doing that episode. But
honestly, there's so many things where you guys were like, well, Cabela's is like an all-around thing, but Bass Pro Shop's just for fishing. I'm like, no, it's fucking not. Like, how have you not been in one?
No, we figured it out, though. We figured that one out.
No, I didn't say it was just for fishing. I said it was just for bass fishing.
Yeah, like,
which
you
is
guys
accurate.
Slowly would like
even more specific.
You guys would slowly get to the right spot because, like, at one point you said that Cabela's bought out Bass Pro Shop. I'm like, it's the other way around, and then like you did figure it out. Like,
Tanner, if only you'd been here last week. Wow, what were you doing?
Really, Tanner, no, all that stuff was on purpose. We were trying to, you know how when people yell at the podcast they're listening to because like the hosts are saying something wrong, we're trying to drive, interaction with our fans.
Well, it was worse for me because I'm used to talking to you guys, so it felt like I should be able to say something hearing your voices.
Well, coulda, woulda, shoulda.
So I'm glad you're back this week for what we are making, which is what?
Good segue. We are going to be doing a villain this week because the Bass Pro is a hero. And I picked a headline at random already, and that one is, what is it, number 9 for you guys. And the headline is Tennessee sees duo of food-related accidents.
And this one comes to us. Curtis Clutch Erickson. Thank you, Curtis. You sent in so many articles, so I think it's going to be the Curtis show for a while here, but we love it. Yeah. We love it so much.
I'm seeing at least, 17 articles that are all Curtis.
17 from Curtis, maybe? And then we've got maybe like 2 from Carl and like 2 from other people. Heard of them. This is such a vague title headline.
No, the title's vague, but like, let me tell you, when you get in there, it's a little better.
Yeah, so there's like a subtitle immediately that is way more specific.
I'll read it for those of us for those here who cannot see the article we're looking at. 40,000 pounds of mac and cheese spilled from a trailer in Nashville, Tennessee when it overturned on the road. Just one day earlier, 2 trucks hauling chicken and pumpkin pies caught fire.
Damn. Wow. Okay.
I don't know why the fact that chicken and pumpkin pies both catching fire is weird to me. Like, it's just because they're...
So, if something had never occurred to me is, are we still making pumpkin pies in the middle of May? Like, I kind of assumed that the pumpkin pie train dipped rather dramatically.
That was it, man. Those were all the pumpkin pies we had left.
Oh no, it's going to be a terrible Thanksgiving.
Endangered, extinct.
Is that something? Is someone trying to kill Thanksgiving?
Wait. I mean, yeah, that could be it. These are.
But then, what about the mac and cheese and the chicken?
I mean, it's a non-traditional Thanksgiving.
I mean, they could have been confused and thought it was turkeys when they destroyed the chicken one.
But then what about the mac and cheese? Do you guys have mac and cheese at Thanksgiving?
I mean, you certainly could.
Is it really? for Thanksgiving? I guess.
I mean, people do it differently.
I don't
think
care,
I've
like-
had it, but I could totally see it on the table. In
I've
my
definitely
mind.
had it at Thanksgiving before. Can you have mac and cheese?
Yeah, let's search
I'm trying
it.
to think of like a question. I think we've talked extensively about like
15
Thanksgiving.
plus Thanksgiving mac and cheese recipes. Holiday macaroni and cheese.
And here's an article from delish.com and was saying that like it's one of the most requested
So
Thanksgiving dishes this
I
year.
love
So
a
it
good-
could be.
I
the
love a
link
good mac
to
and
this
cheese.
article says 15 plus recipes. Then when you get there, it says 17 recipes. Why would you just say
15
17 at the
plus.
start?
Because 15 plus makes you, maybe there's like 50. Who knows? Not 17. Well, I'm already here. I might as well read it.
Weird.
Yeah, dude, mac and cheese is like a great side. Like at a
Listen,
potluck
if
thing.
somebody
If
put
it's-
mac and cheese down in front of me at Thanksgiving, you better believe I'd be eating it.
Yeah,
Like,
and like I appreciate a good Kraft mac and cheese, of course. It's very easy, simple to make, but like a homemade mac and cheese, fuck yes.
Oh yeah, when you get like the breadcrumbs and stuff on top
Oh
of it
yeah,
too.
give me
Yeah,
that. Give me
make
that.
yourself a little roux. Like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's mac and cheese, baby.
Yeah, that's the smoked mac and cheese I made was like that. I didn't have breadcrumbs to put on it though.
I did that the other day. So I made like a like not Kraft, but like something out of a box. It was a like fancier kind of mac and cheese, and I like just whipped up some. I just always have breadcrumbs in this house. Just a law. It's just what I do. Mix it up
In
with
this
thyme.
house,
breadcrumbs.
we have
I
Yeah.
can't tell.
breadcrumbs.
Do you actually always have breadcrumbs?
Yeah, they're just nice to keep around.
For what?
Oh yeah, I make meatballs or like. What if I'm making mac and cheese and like I need breadcrumbs on it?
Drew does use breadcrumbs. I remember when we were visiting Drew, Nate, when he lived in Waverly still, we went to Fairway specifically to get breadcrumbs.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I know because I have a Snapchat of us three walking in and it says braved the snowstorm to get breadcrumbs.
Oh yeah,
I must
that
have
was
saved it 'cause
that
it was
was
so
horrible
absurd.
to drive.
Oh
To Fairway.
man, because we were making the wings,
Oh, that's right. The chicken wings required breadcrumbs.
and we had to get stuff for Bloody Marys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
need some
just
BMs.
things. I mean, sometimes I make a Parmesan crusted chicken. It's very good, and like meatballs need the
that's
bread.
fair.
They're just good to have, you know. And I had it on top of
staple.
my mac and cheese. You just melt some butter, throw it in with the breadcrumbs, and some little thyme. It's very good. Anyway,
Anyway, that's our candles and cooking podcast. Goodbye, everybody.
yeah. So that's it right there.
Okay, so we don't have to do the Thanksgiving thing, but that's just something that
I like the train. It doesn't have to be Thanksgiving, but someone who's like, these are attacks on, and they're like purposeful attacks, but I just don't know why someone would do this. We're doing a villain, right? Yeah, we're doing a villain.
Yes, it is a villain, so that's convenient.
what do all these things have in common otherwise? If we remove the Thanksgiving element, but we want to say these are attacks on something, what do these things all have in common that would lead to somebody getting these three?
Well, the pumpkin pie is it's just like, what is pumpkin pie outside of Thanksgiving? We don't like nothing. I don't
Not really.
Nothing.
I mean,
Like I genuinely, I just kind of thought people stopped making them after like
Maybe,
some
I mean,
people
we
have them
could
around
ignore the
Christmas,
pumpkin
but-
pies and say that the chicken was the target.
Thanksgiving in July. Do people do that? Why do we celebrate Thanksgiving in July? Okay, maybe people are having Thanksgiving in July. I don't know. What did you say, Drew?
I was saying we could ignore the pumpkin pie and just focus on the chickens. Like maybe the chicken.
Well, what about the 40,000 pounds of mac and cheese?
Well, I mean, yeah, that because the chicken and the pumpkin pies was in one incident, and we could just say the chicken was the target. The pumpkin pies was just a byproduct that just
an
happened to be
innocent
there.
bystander.
Yeah, and then the mac and cheese is its own thing, of course, too. So like two separate things: chicken and mac and cheese.
Well, what are we? It's okay. So, still, what are we looking at here is the common link.
Oh my god. The last sentence says this mac and cheese crash, however, was a most serious carb wreck.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
There's a lot of carbs.
Maybe it's
Pasta
someone.
fiasco.
Maybe it's a chicken fettuccine villain.
I mean, I'm not saying no. Can you elaborate a little?
Maybe okay. Here's what it is. It's a guy who is trying to open a restaurant, and he resorts to these violent things to like try and like get ahead of the competition. Like these are maybe heading towards rival restaurants, And then we could say that there's some other incident that happens to him, or something happened before, and that's what's causing him to attack these things. I don't know.
I like the idea. I think yeah, we should figure out what his powers are, but I like the idea of the origin story of like a person who's trying to grow their own small business, but constantly being like, they can't do it via business alone. They've turned to a life of crime to facilitate their dream of opening a restaurant.
Yeah. And I think there, like, an accident should happen while he's doing it. And that's when he becomes a super villain instead.
When he's doing what specifically?
Like, committing arson on a truck.
I kind of feel maybe, so I believe it said that the chicken and pumpkin pie thing happened earlier. So what if the accident happened during the mac and cheese thing? Because I feel like mac and cheese could be a lot more fun to make a villain out of.
Yeah. He was struck by lightning.
Yeah. Wow. Well, you haven't done that for a while, actually.
Hey, there you go.
Let's see. It overturned on the road. Maybe he had hijacked the truck at that point.
Uh-huh.
And...
Okay.
Maybe it crashed into...
Oh, it crashed into something. Now, this is an idea I had not considered that angle.
What if, it crashes and overturns, but when it initially crashes, do you know how like sometimes it's a thing that happens where if you brake too hard in a truck, sometimes the shit in the back like shifts and goes forward?
Yeah.
He gets just splashed with mac and cheese.
So is it like...
Bad truck?
It's like a thing of mac and cheese. It's one of those trucks that like you would dump like, I don't know, like oats or something into, and you just have like a tarp covering it instead of like
it's mac and cheese.
But with mac and cheese, yeah.
Yeah.
What if we combine those two options, Drew? He's driving his open bed truck of macaroni and cheese down the road, and he loses control and he slams into a power transformer.
Like I was actually kind of thinking of a transformer too. Yeah.
And then the stop of hitting the transformer causes the loose macaroni and cheese in the back of the truck to slosh forward onto him.
All right.
Giving him his powers.
Okay. Yeah.
It's kind of like getting struck by lightning, but
it's
like
electrical.
man-made lightning.
So what does that leave him? I feel
he's a pasta mancer.
Pasta mancer. That's
fair. Now I have to be clear up front. I did steal that from the online game, text game, The Kingdom of Loathing, which I played a long time ago when I was a young child. So I did. We can't use the name Pasta Mancer.
I have no fucking clue what that game.
It's a long story. It's like a fun online like RPG game that you can play in your browser. That sort of had a fun sense of humor.
Was it like RuneScape? I think it's RuneScape, Tanner. He just
RuneScape.
I mean, I played RuneScape a lot. So
I played RuneScape.
It's not RuneScape.
I played RuneScape a lot too.
It's like it's an RPG in a browser. So, good humor, stick figures is fun. But so what does he do? He gets electricity, pasta, cheese.
So we could do a hero like who maintains villain that maintains their like human looking visage, or we could do like a big old mac and cheese monster.
I feel like,
we haven't done like big old globby monster in a while.
It depends. Do we want him to be able, like, do we want him to keep doing the criminal stuff of like trying to sabotage other restaurants, or do we want to kind of go away from that? I mean, I guess in his monster state, he could just be hyper focused on destroying all of the food.
But who's to say he still can't try and open? He doesn't see a problem with what he looks like. It doesn't matter what he looks
Why
like.
not?
It doesn't matter what he looks like. It's just the food that he makes.
They're kind of shallow of you, Nate.
Listen, I know we're supposed to accept everybody by how they look, but I do not
It's
accept
okay, but it's like
pasta monsters.
But we could just say like it's a very twisted mindset of his. And it doesn't work, and he doesn't understand why it's not working. So that makes him
Park humor.
A little more willing to go out and like he doesn't blame what he looks like. He blames other people, so therefore he keeps sabotaging.
He blames chain restaurants.
So what does he look like then? If we want to go the pasta monster route, what does he look like?
It's a big old noodle. Okay, wait.
One noodle? What kind of noodle? There's so many noodles, Drew.
What if his facial features is like a macaroni art kind of thing?
Kind of horrifying, honestly.
But unique.
But I love it for that reason. Like, good.
And then the rest is just a conglomerate, like just big old globs of cheese and noodles in there.
Yeah, he sucks. Like, I hate him. I hate how he looks, but like in a good way.
He sounds kind of like Clayface would look, but made of noodles and cheese.
It's like Clayface or
Swamp Thing.
Yeah, something. Can't think of anyone else. I'm really failing right now. Yeah,
that's all I got.
That's about it.
Slime Lad. Probably haven't heard of him.
Who?
Slime. It's no. Never mind. It's stupid.
Slime Lad.
It's not real.
No.
I made up Slime Lad. I'm sorry. I couldn't think of anyone else, but you guys all had one, so I wanted to have one.
Are you still looking it up, Drew? He said it was fake.
It's literally nothing. It's just like, did you mean
it's nothing? I told you.
Did you mean Slime Lab? And no, I didn't.
What is Slime Lab?
Okay, well, do you know
Slime
how kids are into
love?
slime now? And I just what's up with that?
What now?
Yeah.
Oh, like kids making slime?
Kids love slime, is
yeah.
what I have inferred from parents that I listen to podcasts of.
Why is that a thing? If I were a parent, I would absolutely not want that at all. That sounds messy.
I don't think
and
any
horrible.
of the parents want it.
But then, like, keep it out of your house.
But,
I think it's like a cheap,
now that
easy
I'm
thing to
actually
do.
thinking about it, I think I had, was it called GAC? What the hell was that
GAC.
stuff called?
Oh, yeah, I remember Gag.
I don't think I had GAC. I don't think my
Yeah, dog, the GAC? Holy shit, this is taking me back. What's happening? Oh my god.
Was it like a Nickelodeon product? Or was
Yeah,
it just...
yeah.
Okay.
GAC was a Nickelodeon product.
Oh yeah, for sure. No,
Yeah,
my mom was
Nickelodeon.
like, absolutely not in this house. We're not. No.
That doesn't
no.
sound like your mom.
Yeah, no, not at all. We had Play-Doh until we didn't. One time I had a silly putty, and I kind of ruined that one, admittedly. But
Oh, yeah, you've said this before.
I think I have. I stuck it down into my carpet really
Yeah.
hard. And
That's right.
And
Yeah.
it just stayed there.
Now, what happened with the Play-Doh, Drew? Because you made it sound like maybe there was an incident.
There was no incident. I think my mom just stopped buying it, and
I sat on Play-Doh once to make it like flat like a pancake, and then I freaked out when it wouldn't come off my pants.
Kids are so dumb.
One time my
Yeah.
sister went down a
Like
slide.
I think I started crying, and then my mom was like, "It's not like you're fine."
One time my sister went down a slide in a playground, and she had gum in her mouth, and like in the excitement of going down the slide, like she went wee, and it like the gum went down and then got up into her pants, and we had to throw that away.
The gum or the pants?
The pants, both, I guess.
The slide. Throw the slide away.
Let's get back to it. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a cheesy, noodly thing.
So what's he doing? What's our cheesy noodly thing doing?
Trying to still be the restaurant entrepreneur that he dreams of.
Hey, it's tough out there.
It's tough,
for
and
a restaurant.
it's tough out there for a restaurant and a giant, cheesy, noodly monster of some sort.
So he is
Just
giant though. So he's not like he can't just put like a trench coat on and look kind of human.
He's bigger than Norm, I'd say.
From Cheers.
Yeah, definitely bigger than Norm from Cheers.
I need
Norm
clarification
Peterson.
on
Vera.
Is he bigger than Norm Macdonald?
No,
think he's
but
kinda
Norm
tall.
Macdonald. They'd have to do a lot of camera trickery in order to like trick us into thinking he's a lot smaller than he is. That's the thing you didn't know about Norm Macdonald. Also, he's
Wow.
extremely horribly racist. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think so too.
Is he?
That
Maybe
as
there was
well.
something that made
I
it.
don't know,
So
Drew,
we
you were
couldn't
always
like
saying
him.
how you were good friends with him or something. I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't like talking about my good friend Norm.
Can we just not
Well,
talk
now I
about
have
Fred Norm?
now I have to see if he is racist.
I'm pretty sure he's.
I think he's just like really conservative. I don't know if he's like openly racist, but
I can't find anything about his like life, personal
could be
life.
wrong. I think he's one of those people who like he's a comedian who's like you can't say anything now because millennials are too
you know
sensitive.
what? It's not racism; it's sexism. He
there you go.
stoked controversy in 2018 over the publication of an interview in which he appeared to deride the Me Too movement and defend Louis C.K. and Roseanne Barr. Cool.
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
You should talk to him about that, Drew.
Yeah, I've been meaning to sit down with my good friend Norm. Anyway,
So he's a big macaroni boy.
big guy, but also like tries to like dress up like a chef, like keeps the apron, the hat, keeps the towel over the shoulder.
I love that.
When in the kitchen, of course. Like there is a standard you have to maintain in the kitchen. But maybe he takes that out and attacks other things, and
Wait, what do you mean he takes that out?
maybe that could just be what his costume is as well.
Oh, so you mean he keeps wearing it when he's not
wearing
in the
it.
kitchen too?
He because you never know when you're going to be cooking, so he's got to keep it on at all times.
You never know when you're going to be cooking.
That's what I found.
Yeah, it could be an emergency where he needs to make a souffle all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm. So he's trying to open his restaurant. Keeps failing. I don't know how this guy has property, but somehow he does.
Inherited it.
Yep, I was just gonna say that.
And it's
But he spent all of his money on the like he spent it all getting this up and running, so he can't. This is all he's got.
So now instead of trying to improve himself and be a better chef and also not a giant monster, he's trying to bring down others.
Yeah, it's like, why should I be good
When
if I can just make everyone else bad?
I am good is what he's thinking. I'm great.
Yeah, that's true. I'm good. It's just everyone else is stupid and going to these other restaurants. I will just take them away.
Yes. Really twisted.
Applebee's, get out of here. Now, wait, is his restaurant a pasta restaurant?
Maybe, yeah, we could say it's Italian. Although I feel like saying mac and cheese is Italian is like spitting on them.
Yeah, probably feels a little insulting.
Is it not Italian? I don't.
I think it's purely like an American dish.
Yeah, I don't think it's an Italian dish.
I'm now looking up the history of macaroni and cheese on Wikipedia.
I just feel like that's not Italian.
A pasta and cheese casseroles were recorded in the 14th century in the Italian cookbook.
Wow.
Libera di Cucina.
Okay.
It was Parman pasta back then, but
Well, yeah. Ooh, that'd be a rich mac and cheese back. I don't know. Maybe I spoke prematurely. I just assume everything's American because I'm a good worldly person.
yeah. Now who looks closed-minded, Drew?
Oh yeah, me and Norm. We
Tell
bond
Norm about that.
We bond a lot about this.
You can't say anything about the Italians these days without everybody getting all mad.
All right, I'm gonna take that sound clip.
Well, I mean, it was a perfect Norm Macdonald impression, so no one will be able to tell whether or not it's me or Norm Macdonald.
You're
so
right.
Good luck. Checkmate, idiot.
Yeah, we could say it's Italian then. And maybe he doesn't like to do mac and cheese because he feels like if you order a mac and cheese in his restaurant, he feels personally offended because that's
insulting.
That's him. So he's trying to do Italian dishes. So now he's trying to take down other famous Italian places.
What are his abilities? What can he? Can he do anything that a human can't do that's useful?
I just feel like
boy.
He's big, yeah.
Okay, but there are big humans.
Well,
not as big as him.
Not as big as
How
this
big
guy.
is he? No one will tell me how big he is.
He's not bigger than Norm Macdonald, but
so there are people
he's between
as big
9
as
and
him.
12 feet tall.
yeah. Still not bigger than Norm Macdonald,
Yeah,
but still
to be
pretty
clear.
big.
Right, and you just stop pitching your best friend Norm Macdonald on the podcast, okay?
I'm telling you guys, we just have him on.
And next week we'll have Norm Macdonald. You heard it here first, and you just hold us to that. No, I would say, yeah, between like probably 10 feet tall, but maybe, I don't know. Do we just do the traditional like gooey can like shoot mac and cheese out in globs or like can turn into a big old mac and cheese wave and crash into people? Can absorb people? Oh, but that would be a way to die.
That would be a way to die for sure.
I'm worried that you're sort of like fantasizing about this.
But just like think of it's like it would be like people who drown. Why don't they just drink all the water? You know?
Oh my God, you're right.
Yeah.
Hold on. Shut the fucking podcast down. We gotta call somebody. To the Coast Guard? Is that?
They want us to fear the water, but actually, there have been no drownings ever, and I'm sorry if you've been persecuted.
That'd be a weird subset of terrible internet group you could make. That drowning doesn't exist.
Drowning doesn't exist because people just drink all the water, and that's
in Beerfest when whatever that dude is gets knocked into the beer tank. He does try to drink his way out, and he only gets it down a couple inches.
He does end up dying, right? But then
yeah, but don't worry, his cousin
who
comes into
who wants to be called by the same name,
who can drink more beer, just shows up. That was a very funny gag.
You know? Good flick.
Good flick.
Yeah.
I actually don't know if it's still a good flick, so I do not.
I mean, it could be problematic for all I know. Because
it might be problematic now.
It is almost certainly problematic in some way, given
it has
just
to be.
like.
But I look back now at them like figuring out what to do with the boot, and then the cousin walks in. It's just like, hey, I'm back. It's like them. That was a very funny gag.
It is. There's definitely an anti-Semitic type thing in it because they talk about one of their teammates being Jewish and making fun of it a bunch.
Yes, Jewish scientist Charlie Finkelstein. You mean?
How? Okay, please tell me you have like the Wikipedia article.
Oh, okay.
I was like, I wonder if Norm Macdonald was involved in this movie, so I went to go look.
He could have been in Beerfest, but damn, no, he's not.
If only.
Yeah, so if people get absorbed, they try to eat their way out, but it doesn't work.
But they die happy, you know?
Yeah, I mean, full stomach. And it's not like bad mac and cheese. It's like really good mac and cheese. I don't know. Does that kind of answer it?
It was Nate's question.
Yeah, it does answer it. Sorry, I'm distracted by the section in the Beerfest Wikipedia page titled Planned Sequel.
Oh, no.
No.
Fortunately, there's been no news on it since 2014.
I feel like there's got to be an ultimatum. Like everyone just like talks about a sequel, but then actually bullshit like that happens. Like we get a Dumb and Dumber sequel. Like
because there's a story history that there was going to be one, and then they were going to make it animated, and now they're talking about it. Oh, now they might do PodFest or Smokefest.
That sounds horrible, honestly.
And it would be a live action film rather than a proposed animated film. And then it was announced that a Beerfest TV series will air on CW Seed. Whatever that is.
That didn't happen though, right?
I don't think it happened though. I hope not.
But like, also, there's not like pot smoking games like there are drinking games, right? Or am I crazy?
I mean, you just play any game high, and
I guess I'm not.
I would not know. I have no knowledge of that.
I've not inhaled. I've not.
Sorry, pot Tanner. I'm not familiar.
What's that?
Never heard of her.
Is that what you cook in? Oh. Anyway, just like typical goo monster powers, I'd say, but also able to do fine cooking.
Like he's a good cook, right?
Why is this restaurant not more popular?
Because he's a giant monster, but he doesn't see that.
Well, why wasn't it not before that though?
Because the chain restaurants that he was trying to sabotage.
Clearly, there was something a little wrong in his head that he resorted to this like terrorism, basically.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
So maybe that's what it was. It's kind of like Amy's Baking Company. Something's not quite right with them.
I don't know what that means.
It's the whole thing. Amy's Baking Company on Hell's Kitchen, I believe. No,
Kitchen
not
Nightmares.
Hell's Kitchen. Fuck. Kitchen Nightmares. Thank you.
Wait, isn't there something called Hell's Kitchen, though?
Yeah, that's another Gordon Ramsay show, but it's not.
What's that, then?
It's him. It's like a cooking competition with
Yeah,
people.
that's where he has like... Hell's Kitchen is one of his restaurants. Maybe more.
And so Kitchen Nightmares...
It's a competition to see...
Where he goes to save them versus the competition.
Yeah, Kitchen Nightmares is where he goes to save them.
That dude has so many fucking shows.
I don't think so much
he also
anymore.
has Hotel Hell, which is where he goes to save hotels.
Yeah, that one I've seen a couple, and I actually really like that show.
Is he still doing like
Kitchen Nightmares is great.
It's very good.
Actually good.
Very fun to watch. The Amy's Baking Company one is all completely on YouTube, and it's very funny.
So is that what ends up killing him? Is Gordon Ramsay comes in and just cusses at him a bunch?
Yeah, and like the food, he says is like good, but like something's wrong with the
presentation.
Fooder.
Or what if he's just killed by trends? You know, nobody wants to eat carbs anymore.
Oh,
the Atkins diet comes back.
Pasta. Yeah, exactly.
So like a few things go into his demise.
Yeah, I mean, just like in real life, it's complicated.
Yeah,
they're all one thing.
So I guess what else? We got costume. That's fine. Should we move on to comic book cover?
Let's do it.
What's he look like? What's he doing?
Maybe something with like the sabotaging that he's doing. That seems to be like the most action-y part of his.
We could depict the accident that happened.
Yeah, like him slamming into the
Transformer.
Him hitting the Transformer and then also having macaroni and cheese draped all over him.
Yeah, and he's like, there's electrical sparks coming off of him or something.
You can see a skeleton.
He could be yelling like "Curse you, Denny's" or some other chain restaurant's name.
Now, does Denny's serve mac and cheese?
I assume. Well, now.
What about Applebee's? Let's switch it to Applebee's.
Nope, I'm looking up if Denny's serves mac and cheese. You keep
Oh,
questioning all this fucking mac and cheese can't be at Thanksgiving. Denny's can't serve mac and cheese.
That's one of my 2 rules.
Denny's mac and cheese. They totally serve mac and cheese. It looks very not amazing.
Well, now I have to look. Okay, well, let's keep talking while I look up the Denny's shit.
We've already done costume. I guess we move on to name then. Unless you figured out.
So we can't do Pasta Man.
The Pasta Man. Damn it.
Haha. If his name was Perry, we could do Perry Pasta.
If his name was Pete, we could do Pasta Pete.
Or we could do, if his name was Mac, then his name could be Mac and Mac.
Denny's has a mac and cheese Big Daddy patty melt. So it's a patty melt with mac and cheese in it.
Okay, well, Tanner, we can call the police about that after we finish recording the episode.
Those articles from 2011. They may not have it anymore.
Okay, they might have gotten arrested already.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, there's Mac
he's
Daddy.
just a big
Mac Daddy.
Mac Daddy's not bad.
That's
honestly.
When we used to go to, I used to go to trivia. It's probably, we haven't done trivia in a long time, I'm sure, but
yeah, it's technically going, I guess. Again.
Oh wow.
Not going.
Yeah, that sounds horrible. But that was the mac and cheese dish at this place that we would go and do trivia. It was jalapenos in it, but I could never finish the whole thing. That was always like bucket list.
Coward.
I know. Well, it was hot. I think you would have gotten heartburn if you tried to.
Probably. I think anything gives me heartburn anymore. My life's a nightmare.
Mac Daddy's good.
He's just tough because he's just like a big blob man of macaroni and cheese, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he prefers to go by his professional name, which is Chef Mac.
Ooh, Chef Mac's good.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Mac? Is that anything?
Return of the Mac.
Son of Mac.
Oh, Mac tonight.
Mac today.
I think maybe the Mac Monster.
Mac Attack? Is that anything?
Mm-hmm. It could be. Oh, everything we've said, I'm like, yeah, all right. I like these.
Yeah, that's right. Mac tonight was the Moon character from McDonald's.
Yeah, I'm not down for that.
Yeah, we can't do Mac
We
tonight.
can't do Mac tonight.
No, we've already done him. He was in the group.
You're right. He was in the
fast
heist
food
one.
heisting people. Sorry, did we start a Mac Attack? Was that it?
I know. I threw that out.
Sorry,
Mac
I had to
Attack.
Google Mac tonight to make sure I was
maybe
remembering
his
correctly.
the public are scared of him. They call him Mac Attack, but he's like, no, I'm Chef Mac. Please take me serious.
Okay, 2 names. I'm down with that.
I don't know
Yeah.
where to put my pen.
Could his restaurant also be called Chef Mac's? And that so that when people come in, they're like, "Ooh, you
That's
must have a good
it,
mac
Chef
and cheese." He's like, "Fuck no,
I don't.
What did get the fuck out
And
of my
then they all
restaurant?"
scream because they're like, what the hell? Because he's doing double duty. He's like front of house.
Honestly,
he's waiter.
The biggest irony is if he would just use the macaroni and cheese that he makes out of himself.
It'd be
it's
delicious. The people who
he could
get
have the best restaurant in town.
The people who get absorbed into him and die, if they could speak, they would say it's the best mac and cheese they've ever had. Yelp review inside this Mac belly, 5 stars. Did die, but was worth it.
I think we got our boy here. Mac Attack to others, Chef Mike to himself.
Okay, cool.
Or Chef Mac. I
Chef
said
Mac.
Chef Mike. I was thinking so in Kitchen Nightmares, there's an episode where they go to one of the restaurants and they're like, he's like, how did they make this? And he's like, well, that was Chef Mike. And they're like, who's Chef Mike? And they take him back and it's a fucking microwave.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he microwaved literally every one of his dishes. But
That
didn't they make a
sucks.
whole thing out of like throwing the microwave out like onto the street, like off of
Almost
off
certainly.
the building?
Good.
Yeah, disgusting. But anyway, Tanner, can you please do that thing that we sorely missed you doing last week?
Yeah, sure. This is going to conclude issue number 154 of Headline Heroes. This week we created the villain Chef Mac or Mac Attack in the press. The mac and cheese guy who can do blob things with his mac and cheese body. At this time, as always, we'd like to thank Brett Jacobson for creating the art for our show. Fun fact about Brett is he hates macaroni noodles, or at least I assume he does, because I've never seen any of the macaroni art I've given him hanging up at his house anytime I'm over, so I assume it's because of his hatred of the noodles.
We should also thank Carl Sorensen. Carl does all the music for our podcast and helps with all the post-production of the audio. If you're interested in working with Carl on any sort of musical project, you can reach out to him at carljsorensen.com. And of course, as always, we are part of the PodFix Network, a collection of great podcasts that if you want to learn more about, you can go check them out at podfixnetwork.com. There you'll find links to all the shows, all their social medias, and if you want, you can reach out and find some new podcasts for yourself.
Oh, if you come across any articles, fun, wacky ones, we'd love to have them. Send them our way. We have our email, headlineheroescast@gmail.com. You can send them to our Facebook group or just chat them at us, as Curtis did, I believe. That works. Just Headline Heroes there. We have our Twitter at headline_heroes, and follow us there. And our subreddit, r-headline heroes, which you know what, guys, who are we kidding? It's not bumping. It's not bumping. If you could go in there and maybe make it bumping a little bit, that'd be cool. We'd love that. Whatever you're listening to us on, be it iTunes or Google Play, any other podcast app, if you could follow us or hit subscribe, give us a rating, give us a review. Oh, I almost forgot the voicemail. If you want to call in, leave us something. We'd love to play it. 319-596-6766. Give us a call. Tell a friend about us. And finally, thank you for listening. We hope you'll pick up the next issue of Headline Heroes.